Hello students, we are going to continue from the last video. In our last video, I have told you the expression for instantaneous acceleration, and the expression for instantaneous acceleration is nothing but given by limit. Instantaneous acceleration is given by nothing but the limit t approaches to 0 multiply by the value of average acceleration, that is nothing but rate of change of velocity vector and the time vector. We have done in our previous lecture that if we have the two videos, we have the two velocities v1 and v2 respectively, and the time taken as t1 and t2 respectively, then the value of acceleration can be calculated. And based on this video, on the previous video, the expression of instantaneous acceleration is nothing but this one. And as acceleration is a vector quantity, so I have represented, or I have just taken a vector over there. Again, continuing with this, the next topic is what is the formula for uniform accelerated motion along a straight line. Formula for uniform accelerated motion along straight line. If any one of you haven't added in the group, then simply contact with me on my personal number so that I can add you to the group, the WhatsApp group actually. Okay, let us consider an object moving with acceleration a along a line, say OX. This is the line OX and the object is moving with uniform acceleration along this line. And suppose object takes the time t1 to reach point A and it takes the time t2 to reach point B. It takes the time t1 to reach point A from point O. Suppose हमारे पास एक ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ पर है, तो जब वो यहाँ से उसने चलना शुरू किया और वो यहाँ पर पहुँचा, तो इसके लिए उसको टाइम t1 लगा. In a similar manner, जब वो point B पर पहुँचा from point A, it takes the time t2. And x1 is the displacement covered or occurred in time t1 and x2 is similarly the displacement occurred in time t2. This is for time t1, and this is for time t2. Now the first formula is nothing but the velocity time relation. First formula is velocity time relation. This is our first formula. As we know, acceleration is given by the ratio of change in velocity and the time taken. Therefore, acceleration becomes equal to A is equal to V2 minus V1 by T2 minus T1. This one is the formula of A, or A is nothing but equal to V2 minus V1 by T2 minus T1. Or now simply by using simple mathematical calculations, by cross multiplying the terms, we will obtain what we are going to obtain. We will obtain V2, the velocity V2 is equal to V1 plus A into T2 minus T1 by simple mathematical calculations. Now let V1 is equal to U. Let V1 is equal to U at T1 is equal to 0. That means that we have taken the value of T1 is equal to 0 and the value of V1 is equal to 2. And T1 and T2 is equal to T and V2 is equal to V. We have considered these case or these reference values to obtain the final velocity time relation. Using these values in this relation, we will simply obtain nothing but V is equal to U plus AT, and this is the velocity time relation. This is the velocity time relation. Next is the position time relation. The position time relation. Let V average is again our average velocity. Then V average is equal to nothing but the ratio of displacement and the time taken. भाई वही सेम चीज रिपीट हो रही है, पहले हमने जैसे वेलोसिटी के लिए किया था, अब वही एक्सप्रेशन हम एक्सेलेरेशन की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं. वी आर गोइंग फॉर द एक्सेलेरेशन टर्म्स. So using this we can write x2 minus x1 is equal to VAV into T2 minus T1, and we all know that V average is the average velocity. So if I have two velocities, suppose V1 and V2, then I can write V average as V1 plus V2 by 2. I hope this simple thing is clear to all of you, that I can write V average is equal to V1 plus V2 by 2. Therefore, the value of x2 minus x1, again using this equation 2 in equation 1, we will obtain the formula of x2 minus x1 as equal to V1 plus V2 by 2 multiplied by T2 minus T1. And you all are required to make proper notes in your notebooks. You have to write all these terms properly in your notebooks. So again, moving further, we are reached to the simple point that x2 minus x1 is nothing but equal to V1 plus V2 by 2 multiplied by T2 minus T1. And using the expression that is V2 is equal to V1 plus A into T2 minus T1. Again remind this expression, I have derived this expression 2 minutes ago in this particular video only. I have derived this expression in this video only. So using this expression in this above equation, we will get x2 minus x1 is equal to V1 plus V1 plus A into T2 minus T1 by 2 multiplied by T2 minus T1. And using simple mathematics, we will obtain x2 equal to x1 plus V1 into T2 minus T1 plus 1 by 2A into T2 minus T1 whole square. We will obtain this simple expression. Now, if suppose, again we are going to take some reference points. If suppose T1 is equal to 0, x1 is equal to x naught, V1 is equal to U, T2 is equal to T, and x2 is equal to x, then what form this particular equation is going to take? This equation will simply formulate to x is equal to x naught plus u into t minus 0 plus 1 by 2 into a into t minus 0 whole square, or x is equal to x naught plus ut plus 1 by 2 at square. X is equal to x naught plus ut plus half at square. Therefore, we will get x minus x naught is equal to ut plus half at square. And if this x minus x naught is s, then we have obtained this important relation. And this relation is nothing but the important, the very familiar expression, or the velocity time, position time relation. Again, with this we are done with the two important proofs, which are velocity time relation and position time relation. You need to be regular with videos. Okay, thank you.